I'm laughing because of the crazy stuff we say on the break.
Man.
Okay, the whole team is back here, and kudos first to Regan and Gabi for being festive and wearing green on Masters Sunday.
It was my idea. I'm just kidding.
Is it for the Masters?
Of course.
Okay.
I texted Reagan. I said, "Are we wearing green tonight?"
The grass looked really green today, so I didn't know. It was like, oh, let's wear grass-colored dresses.
A bit of a programming note. Okay, so next Sunday night, we're going to be draft heavy on the CSS because it's going to be draft week. And then the following Sunday, we will have a Bengals draft special that Sunday night. I have a paper in my hand again, Jeremy, ready to rebut.
Well, look,
you.
it's good, man. I need a healthy person. Need healthy mindsets to push back on my mindsets. You're
Okay.
healthy.
Yes, I am, but the idea tonight is the Bengals, it feels like, need to draft a running back.
Yeah.
The question is, when should they draft a running back? Go ahead.
Okay, so here's a graphic, TV talk, to show you what the Bengals have done under Zach Taylor since 2019 at running back. You can see they don't draft a running back high, right? Chase Brown, 5th round, it's worked out. He's been a stud, obviously. Chris Evans, 6th round. Travion Williams, 6th round. Rodney Anderson,
Did you make that up?
I don't remember him very well. I think he might have had a lot of hair. I can vaguely remember.
Okay.
But the Bengals have done okay, I guess, at running back. But the bottom line here on the screen under Zach Taylor, they have not reached at all for a running back. And Chase Brown is the best example of that. So here we go. Let's get into it. What should the Bengals do? You're going to see running backs on the screen. It doesn't mean the Bengals are going to take that guy, Ashton Genty, right there in the first round. It just means these are guys in the mix possibly for the Bengals. Joe, if you're the Bengals talking running back, what would you do?
I don't know, because running backs can be such a difference maker. Let's think about it.
Sure.
The Detroit Lions did not need a running back when they drafted Jahmyr Gibbs. They had David Montgomery. But you think about the identity of the Detroit Lions, what he's added to them.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a Jahmyr Gibbs in this draft. I don't think you're going to get him, even if there was at 17. So to me, the Bengals have too many holes here, right?
Yeah.
To use a draft pick on what I think
Yeah.
is a luxury. Now, think about it, right? We'd all love a brand new car. It'd be great, but I got to pay a mortgage. I got to pay off my car insurance first before I get the luxury car. They got to get linemen. They got to get guys who sack the quarterback before they worry about a guy who's going to run the ball and, quite honestly, be a backup to Chase Brown.
All right, let's hand the ball off to Reagan. What do you think?
I'm kind of with Joe here.
Okay.
I don't think this is a need. Do I think that the Bengals need depth, more depth in this position? Yes, absolutely, because they were hurt by that last season, especially when Zach Moss went down with an injury, but Chase Brown has clearly become the front runner. Do I think running back is the #1 need in this draft? Absolutely not. There are many holes to fill on this defense. And also, how about we try and protect your franchise quarterback? I think that's where we focus here. If we find a running back late there, perfectly fine, but up front, absolutely not.
Okay. Gabi.
I'll catch it. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, look, you can get a good running back later on in the draft. They don't.
Chase Brown.
They don't need to use their 17th pick. They don't need to use their day 2 picks. I think that you can find someone good. Now, of course, the top guys are probably going to be off the board by then. And Reagan mentioned depth. Look, Chase Brown was hurt quite a bit last season. They need someone that they can rely on. I'm not sure that Samaje Perine is going to be that #1 guy that can slot in for Chase Brown. But again, with needing guys to protect Joe Burrow, you also need guys up front. They can help these running backs get lanes, bursts of speed. So yeah, I think that it is, something that would be nice to have, but not necessarily a priority.
So here's where I think some Bengals fans might crash out on me. Like, I understand what the main needs are, right? I get it. I'm not dumb. I know they need a guard or 2. Offensive line is very important. Defensive line is very important. So if you're going to go those 2 positions are the top 2 important positions, I think running back is 3rd. And I don't know if it plays out where they go ahead and take a running back on day 2. I don't think they should take Ashton Genty in round 1. Okay, I'm with you on that if you're in that camp. But to me, they're bringing in guys like Travion Henderson out of Ohio State and Quinshon Judkins and Caleb Johnson, local guy out of Iowa as well. Those would all be day 2 picks.
Right.
They're not top 30 visits. I get that. They're local guys, so it's a freebie for the Bengals. But you're not wasting their time, and it does, in my opinion, fit what would be the Bengals backfield right now. And the other thing is, we talked about this. You guys talk about Chase Brown. Bengals fans are coming at me on Twitter, some of you saying, well, what's Chase Brown thinking right now? Listen, I don't think Chase Brown is a guaranteed and probably not a second contract running back in Cincinnati. So he's got a couple of years left. And so you have to start thinking about who is that next best option behind him. Right now, that guy's not here. Can you get a guy on day 3? Absolutely. as long as it's not Cam Scatterbo. Absolutely you can. But to me, it's if you have the ability to do it, if one of those guys is there, and I'm sorry, I know I've gone long here, Travion, Quinshon, I think Quinshon is the perfect fit, man. I really do. But one of those guys is there on day 2, and you feel like you can take them, I wouldn't pass on them.
Okay, so we have 30 seconds left in the segment. You mentioned some running backs. The question I have then is the Bengals pick one. Do you find someone who's like Chase Brown, or do you find someone who's a bigger running back to be a complement? What do you think?
Compliment, absolutely. Bigger running back,
Agreed.
no doubt.
Agreed.
A guy like Quinshon, I think it'd be perfect. Honestly,
Yeah,
I mean,
that's why
I really
everybody's saying
I
Travion
do.
Henderson. He's Chase Brown 2.0, right?
And I just don't. Travion has elite speed, just like Chase Brown. It'd be unreal. But Travion, I don't love his durability as much as some of the bigger backs.
10 seconds left. Do we agree with Jeremy that running back should be the third priority? Linebacker?
I know. Safety. I know.
Yeah, I would not
That's
put it
high.
number
Okay.
3, but I like the take.
I think
like
it's a
the
big
thought.
need. That's
Let him cook.
okay.
He did.